So this works great for me for cutting. Now I already cut the baseline here. So what I'm gonna do is spray a little bit more. And you know what? For you all to get a better view, I've got Miss Danny Tiger here. She's gonna help with the camera. So let me pop this off of the tripod so we can get a better view. I think you all will appreciate this. There we go. Very nice. And you know what? How do I turn this around? Here we go. We'll do this. Boop. Oh, that's better. Look at that. What do you think? Okay. So I am going to go ahead and spray a little bit more. You know, make sure it's nicely saturated here. You know, you don't have to be shy. Okay. The great thing is it is lightweight. Okay. Now, why I like using it as a coating lotion is because, you know what? As you're doing the haircut, you're constantly combing through the hair, which means you're distributing this root to end perfectly. So by the time it's time to blow dry, this step's already done. And it's a great primer because it's great to add whatever product you're going to use afterwards. Maybe you want it sleek, so you add a sleek product. Maybe you want volume, you add a volume product. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to quickly show you a face framing technique that I do, but instead of just carving it out, which I normally do, actually that's not true, I am going to carve it, but I'm going to do it slide cut style. And of course we all know with slide cutting you want to have a good cutting lotion because we're not trying to rip cuticle, you know what I mean? Okay, so really quickly let's start a guide. So looking at this is Erica, by the way, looking at Erica's face shape. Let's go ahead and start maybe right here between lip and chin. Okay, so we'll start a little guide there. And you know what? We'll go like this, look. Boop. Okay, we'll just start a guide there. Why not? See? Now that we have a guide, now we have point A. Now our point B is right here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna carve out a very slight curve, just like this, okay? And this is how I'm going to do it. Here we go. I'm going to take a little bit first. Now the key to this here is you want to hold tension with your left hand, assuming you're a right-handed cutter, opposite if you're a lefty. And here we go. Now I'm going to slide my fingers down, keep the tension strong, and I'm going to open the shears pretty wide, you know. And then, you see my guide? I'm going to pull the tension here. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to carve it all the way through. So basically slide cut. And as I'm sliding, I'm not, you know, doing like this, like a razor. I'm actually slowly closing the blade as I go too. And you'll see it creates a nice, strong, but soft line. So here we go. I'll start off the guide right here. Here we are. And there we go. You hear that? Look at this. Clean line. Clean line. But it's very soft. So when you go to blow dry this, it'll be very soft. Now, that's not point B. Point B is over here, you see? So we have to slightly adjust, and that's fine. So I'm going to grab more hair here. And carve it out again. Boom. So I wanted to make sure I don't cut like this and cut it all out. I want to go right down to B, okay?
Layla says, wow, beautiful.
Oh, nice. Thank you. And if you look at it, you see, look at this. This is very soft. It's a soft line. It's not like cutting it like this and chopping it and blunt cutting it. You know what I mean? As if, for example, it's not the same as if I were to do this, like, you know, it's a different type of line, you know? So look at the difference between that line and then, of course, look at this. You even have a little bit of movement there. You see? It's soft movement, flaring away from the face, okay? Now, this is a great thing because, look, normally, if you don't have any primer in the hair and maybe it's just dry or maybe some water, you do run the risk of, you know, roughing up that cuticle, thus giving a very frizzy finish, which, of course, we don't want. So another benefit.
Here, there we go.
You got it? And also, I'll be doing a follow-up on my Instagram for any of these questions as well after this. So Okay, so that's one way of doing the face frame, okay? And if you notice, see how, well, I don't know, you can't feel it, but it really feels soft, you know? And this helps me realize how the hair is going to react. I just love the feeling of it. I can tell it feels healthier. I don't even know if that makes sense, but you know when hair feels rough, this actually smooths it out very nicely. But it doesn't feel greasy or heavy. Because look at this. It's starting to dry right here. Feels very light. Very nice.
Someone has a question.
Okay, yes. What's the question?
Maria is asking, what is the key to doing the other side the same way?
Oh, the key is how you stand. So here, I'll do this side. So here, it would be the same thing. Well, look at this. It's too dry, so let me spray a little more. Miracle Creator. You know? Let's give us that movement. Now, you can see I already chopped it there just by demo. But same thing. You hold it here, you know, natural fall, and, you know, give a little bit of tension here. Open the blades. Remember, we're not using the tips of the blades. We're using more closer in. And here, and same thing. Ready? And boom. You still get that line there. So slide cutting, it's one of my favorite things to do. As a matter of fact, I usually start off a guide. This particularly works well if you've got super long hair. Like forget it, like this is more about a lob length. But let's say you get a client with like really long hair and you're like, they're a one length, but they want some face frame. Well, you would, you know, start off a guide, however you start a guide off. And then instead of like making all these steps all the way down, you can just simply slide cut your way all the way down, poop, to the end, and that, or, you know, obviously it would be much longer, and it comes out beautifully, you know, and you get that softness. You see that? Look at that. No texturizing. It's already like that. So there's that. Now, I also want to show you the Miss Mess, because this is the talk of the hour, the talk of the month. This just came out. Miss Mess. And by the way, what a name, by the way. Miss Mess. I like it. Matrix Messy. Hashtag Matrix Messy. I think that's the one to go with. Okay, so dry finishing spray. Now, the keyword dry. Okay? I'm not saying you can't use it on wet hair, but maybe not go there right away. So let's say we blow dry this hair. And for your convenience, I have another one ready. Aha. And where is she? Okay. So boom. This is pretty much how she would look after the layers are in there. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so then after that, I did a little bit of iron work. And then voila. So I'm going to turn it. I used a 1 1/4 inch barrel. Okay, I am a fan of the Marcel iron. It took me a minute to remember. The Marcel iron. I am a fan. So this allows me to have a little bit more control with my waves. So all I did here was, you know, I just grabbed sections and I do like this. One, I let it out a little bit. 2, and then just drag it out. That's simple. So it's a very soft wave, like an S wave. I'm not looking for super curl or anything like that. So I did that all the way around the head. And from this point, if you really want volume, and what I mean by volume is, you know, maybe you want some width to come out, you know? Maybe you want some lift at the root. Maybe you just want to show off more texture, more separation. Well, the Miss Mess is the perfect thing. I like to use it. It's a very matte finish. So this is actually great for day 2, day 3. It's very buildable, meaning, you know, it's